just a minute ago, I was asking you a question about something that you're really interested in. And I was really interested in connecting with you and hearing about it. And then there comes a point
What was the topic?
you were talking about animation and technology on your computer project and all of that. And you're really excited about it. And for just a small part of the time, I was interested in hearing about that. But then there comes a point where I feel, it's just too much. How do I lovingly share that with you so that you don't feel badly that I'm not loving you? Because I am. I'm totally loving you. I'm loving you. It's just the material is getting a little bit too, techie for me. Not that I don't appreciate tech stuff at times.
Well,
Tell me.
It's like, for me, it's like to think about how do I, when it comes to communication, I'm inspired by Bill Blanton, right? The idea of radical honesty. Just being honest. Just tell me that. Now, can you say it in an artful way? Yeah, can you say it in an artful way that's uplifting, that creates polarity? I'm sure you could. If you had that at the top of your mind, okay, how can I share something? Because then there's just pure honesty, right? Okay, honesty. So you tell me what's honest, I receive that. If I've got reactivity to that, or I get upset or angry or feel not loved enough or whatever, that's all my inner buttons and triggers being pulled, right? But it's not really your cause. But because we're in relationship, if you were to think, or feel into, how can I open my man's heart, me, and turn him on while I share with him honestly? I mean, I don't have an answer, a how-to on that, but it's the intention behind that. That can I share something that creates polarity or decreases polarity? Anything that you say to me, any communication, verbal, physical, expression, whatever it is, it's either opening and enhancing and magnifying our polarity, or it's not. Neutral never stays the same. Neutral always ends up going down below.
I see. So to have that intention, not necessarily the exact words.
Yeah. And most of us guys, me, are quite simple. To keep our polarity strong, meaning our arc of sexual attraction, then it's like, the way you look at me, the eyes, the tickle, the feelings that you can create inside of me, you know how to do that. You have that inside of you. Right? So it's like,
to have the
you want to get that
intention,
communication across to me so that we're all balanced. That's fine and dandy and all of that. But you have to ask yourself, do I want more polarity or less? And if you want more polarity with me, more of that spark of attraction, then how can you share truth? Where in your heart, where in your soul, where in your intention when connecting with me, where you're coming from makes all the difference to either turn me off or turn me on.
Wow. That's a good point. That is a good point.
And I'm sure it's the same the other way around.
Well, I was going to say that, and that's good to keep in mind and really keep that intention strong. And I would say that there are going to be times, and I know that we're not perfect, where I'm not going to remember about polarity. I may not remember that in how to speak to you, and for you to remember, and for me to remember, that in a moment of upset of, the way that they're speaking to me is not creating polarity, to create polarity in the midst of that.
Absolutely.
So it's a constant trying to create polarity with each other. No matter what.
Absolutely. And
it's about polarity. It's not about the subject.
Yes. That's
the subject
polarity.
The subject.
That's the priority.
The subject is
As
polarity.
lovers, when we make our polarity our passion, yeah, like right now, right? When we make that more important, you know, than anything else in this moment, then everything comes into order. It really does.